There's a lot that science can answer, like chemical reactions or weather patterns, but there are an infinite number of things that it can't. Things like love or the afterlife, or the unknown unknowns that may never be explained. But there are some concepts that science just needs to catch up to, and they can really make us question what we thought we knew. Why do we dream? Are we the only life out there? And what is this apparent, enigmatic substance littered all across our world and across the universe? Just in the last 150 years, we have discovered the structure of the atom and the structure of DNA. We established the theory of relativity, created the MRI machine, the airplane, and a little thing called the internet. Our world is rapidly changing thanks to science, but it may not be the ultimate authority you think it is. So get comfy, because we're about to explore the unknown, starting with, why do we dream? Every single animal on Earth sleeps, from humans to pigs to flies and even jellyfish. Some science even hypothesizes that sleep may actually be the default state of life, and we grew over time to adopt a state of awakeness. Either way, there's no doubt that it's important. From a physical perspective, resting can make sense to conserve energy, especially for those who have unreliable access to food and water. It can also repair cells and help our immune system, as the body produces cytokines during sleep to help us stay healthy. But do those factors really complete the puzzle and answer the question of why? Here's something to think about. Every single night, billions of people on Earth fall into an unconscious state and have strange and vivid hallucinations in their own head, but not a single person on Earth truly knows why. Dreams just happen to us and we all just accept it. But maybe they're much more important than we give them credit for, and there's several theories as to why this may be. For example, they may be part of a biological process that helps with long-term memory consolidation, strengthening the neural pathways in the brain and helping us keep learning. Or, if you ever had a dream where something felt just out of reach, that may be your mind giving you a way to properly handle your emotions when facing real-life conflict. Or, if you put merit into the psychoanalytic theory proposed by Freud, dreams could be a window into our subconscious desires. But who knows? They may be us communicating with another universe. So, for any lucid dreamers out there, take caution when exploring this secretive slice of our mind. Speaking of exploring, there's actually something else you may think you're familiar with, but not even scientists can fully explain it. And it has to do with the ocean. It may seem obvious at first, but maybe you should be asking yourself, what lives in our own oceans? If you had to guess, how much of the ocean would you say has been explored by humans as of 2023? 75%? 50%? Shockingly, the truth is that only 5% of the ocean has been charted and explored by humanity. That means that there are any number of totally undiscovered locations all across the seafloor, maybe even entire ecosystems in deep underwater caves that no human has ever seen. This helps explain why we were able to find a fossil of a fish called the coelacanth in the 19th century and assume it was extinct, only to find the species still living decades later in 1938. And while the coelacanth is just one out of a little over 200,000 marine species we have identified, it's estimated that there are millions more out there that have yet to be discovered. By most estimates, that means that more than 90% of the species in the ocean have never been described. It's hard to believe, but the ocean is so vast that there could even be species of whale out there that could be completely new to us. If you account for land animals, including insects, we actually discover about 18,000 new species every year. So, it's clear science has a lot of work to do just on our planet. With this in mind, it should come as no surprise then that science also can't explain our next monumental conundrum. The question of, are we alone in the universe? No one can be blamed for wondering if we're the only life out there. It's just about the most curious question there is, and it may not be too wild of an assumption. For one, water, which sustains us on Earth, has been observed on many other planets and even meteors. Also, it's hard to discount the sheer scale of the observable universe, with billions of galaxies, each containing billions of planets that we know very little about. So, what's really going on here? Here are some of the theories that we have posited. The Great Filter Hypothesis, which puts forward that there is some sort of barrier or test that all life would be subjected to, like mass extinction events, and perhaps Earth is the only planet that has come out the other side. The Zoo Hypothesis, that proposes that there are advanced life forms out there that know about us and just watch us, choosing not to make contact, either to keep themselves safe or maybe to keep us safe. The Dark Forest Hypothesis, an eerie theory that suggests that there is a lot of intelligent life out there, but they recognize the dangers of making themselves known, so they stay silent and cautious, like a hunter walking vigilantly through a forest, ready to defend. Then there's the Rare Earth Hypothesis, which brings up the possibility that maybe Earth is so perfect for sustaining life that it's the only source of life out there. While we can't speak for the rest of the universe, there's no denying that a lot had to go right in order for Earth to flourish like it is. So, while some may say it's lonely not knowing if we're the only life out there, let's be thankful we live in a world where we have so much opportunity and can keep honing our collective comprehension. As it turns out, we may need it, because we don't even know what most of our universe is made out of, and that is the subject of our final question. What is dark matter? You heard that right. Under our current understanding, scientists believe that there is some sort of matter out there, which we've dubbed dark matter, that makes up about 85% of the total mass of the universe. It's believed that this matter does not interact with light or any other electromagnetic radiation, and it's basically invisible to us. But there is one solid method with which we've inferred its existence: by observing areas in the universe with strong gravitational lensing, and not enough visible matter to account for it. If some sort of dark matter isn't responsible for the gravitational lensing, then our current understanding of science just wouldn't make sense. If it does indeed exist, it would probably be all around us right now on Earth. But as it doesn't interact, it would probably just pass through like nothing got in its way. And the matter isn't the only mysterious, unexplainable dark force out there in the universe. We have also inferred the presence of something we've called dark energy. You see, everything in the universe is expanding, but we've actually detected that distant galaxies are moving away from us at faster and faster speeds. In other words, this dark energy is somehow accelerating everything, and we don't understand why. In a way, you could consider dark energy to be the dark counterpart to gravity, as gravity naturally pulls things in, and dark energy pushes them out. Based on our current models, dark matter and dark energy make up about 95% of the total mass energy content of our universe. That means everything you are familiar with: Earth, the Moon, the Sun, every planet, and every single star only makes up 5% of our entire universe. So, we started our journey of the unknown inside our own minds on our own planet, and made it all the way to the very edge of our universal understanding. But even all of this is just scratching the surface of what we will eventually know. So don't be afraid to get out there and try discovering a new species. Your chances really may not be that bad. And if you do, remember to always stay cozious.